Sumugot, the bump and the finish. Jumper is good. Lamar, basket and one. Yeah, 6 points back. Laan knocks down the 3. Steal, Yambing, look out. William Bing throws it down. Manny sees a gap and throws it down early. Samuel, what a put-back jam. Oh my goodness. For 3.
A crucial matchup between two heavyweight teams is about to unfold here at the Alonte Sports Arena in the City of Life in Biñan, Laguna, as two collegiate standouts and MPBL All-Stars will battle it out in our main game. We have Harold Alarcon for San Juan and Nick Caballero for Biñan, and Biñan looking to defend their turf. Here at home, we have the San Juan Knights taking on the Biñan Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle Tire GameX. Magandang hapon po, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Ken Pangilinan kasama si Coach Christian Luanzon. And Coach Chris, what a treat for us. A big showdown between San Juan and Biñan. How do you see this matchup play out?
I think it's going to be a game of matchups because I see these two teams, equally squared, if you will. I mean, both have the ability to run in transition, execute in the half court. They have legit scorers. They have two guards who could take over the game. In Pamboy Rimbundo for Biñan, he could take over with his passing, setting up his teammates, sometimes with his three-point shooting. The same thing goes with Orlan Wamar, which he has done time and time and again, specifically for the last 2 seasons for the Knights.
Hello sa lahat na nanonood sa atin live on our official MPBL YouTube channel, on Tap Sports and Solar Sports. And when we look at the team standings, unahin natin yung South Division. Biñan is pretty much in the thick of things in terms of them getting the top spot in their division.
You're right, 17-4 at number 2, right? And Batangas, I believe, is going to have a big game next week, I think against San Juan. So that's a team that's for sure is watching closely right now. The Coach Cholo squad, Jensen, falls a bit behind. They were number 1 for a few months to start things off. They fell last night recently to make Kawayan. Quezon 14-3, but because of the lack of game still, they're at number 5. Rizal with a huge win at 14-7, but how about the number 1 team? I never thought we would say this at any point of the season. Cebu at 18-5. This one, though, a much tougher division. Why? Look at the first 3 teams really jockeying for position. Abra only 1 loss, but there was a time wherein they're at the number 3 spot. But after San Juan giving that first dent at the loss, they're 20-1. San Juan can improve to 18-2. Caloocan, a little bit of a struggle at 17-3. Ilagan as well, losing earlier. May Kawayan umangat ng konti with 12-10 with a huge win last night, all the way down to the other teams below.
At San Juan, pwede pang mag-number 1 in their division. Just 2 losses in the season. But when we look at how these two teams stack up against each other, clash of styles din, no? San Juan, one of the more offensive-minded teams in the league in terms of their three-point shooting. Samantala, Biñan has always been a stingy defensive team.
A couple key points because of the numbers, and you touched on it with the scoring. That's why defense is going to be the name of the game for the home team. Para sa Biñan, they only give up, talk about Biñan, less than 72 points per game compared to San Juan 78.8. So their transition defense is going to be key, and a contributor to that is their shot selection offensively. If they get hurried shots, it's going to allow San Juan to run, to trigger the run game on the other end. Closing out is going to be a key also for Biñan to chase them off the threes and also containing them, because guys like Harold Alarcon, Raylan Torres, Patrick Sleet, who's not known for a shooter but a guy who can certainly put the ball on the deck and finish at the rim.
But also, we look at our player matchup. 2 wing guys, 2 all-stars. Harold Alarcon, obviously yung numbers niya for the entire season hasn't been at par, but having his best game the last time out, while Nick Caballero picture consistency for Biñan.
On a personal note, I am absolutely torn to see the matchup of these two. Harold Alarcon, obviously a guy close to my heart, our hearts, from the Fighting Maroons, and Nick Caballero, the former UST King Tiger. You look at the numbers, a lot of battles between these two, a lot of battles won by Harold Alarcon. Nick Caballero, just a different animal this season. One of the leading MVP candidates. Certainly one of the leaders, even though as a rookie for Biñan. At isang taong pinagkakatiwalaan ni Coach Boy at sa kanyang sistema. Harold, with the help that he is getting and also that he has lost through this process, he's gonna probably need to do more in games like this. One thing's for sure, he's not gonna back down.
And those two guys are standing by with Gianna.
Yes, Ken and Coach Chris, let's pick the brains of our players in our player matchup today. Starting with Harold Alarcon of the San Juan Knights. Medyo bigatin nga ang inyong mga kalaban ngayon. Paano mo naman i-approach itong matchup mo with Nick Caballero?
Si Nick nga nakaharap na si VP for 5 seasons na may mga ideas din naman ako. Pero alam ko naman may baka niyang palagi sila.
Harold, first season mga dito sa MPBL pero medyo marami ka na rin napagdaanan. Paano nakakatulong sa'yo na maging isang mas matatag na player ang mga natututunan mo dito?
Siguro dito lang ako ngayon sa phase na alam mo yun, nagle-learn pa rin ako kasi MPBL parang pro na din. Madami niya natutunan sa teammates ko, sa mga nakalaban ko. And alam ko pagdating after ko or saan ako mapunta, malaki din yung tulong na experience na pagdaan.
Thank you very much, Harold. We also can't wait to witness you during our All-Star event. Now let's talk to Nick Caballero of the Biñan Tatak Jelvis. Nick, last time nagka-home game kayo, it was a tough loss against Abra. Paano naman kayo babawi dito sa Alonte Sports Arena?
Yung mga players and coaches, nag-recollect lang kami sa mga past few games namin. Tapos, adjust lang what we can adjust and control what we can control. And ibigay lang namin yung best today and hopefully makuha yung panalo.
Nick, I know a huge motivation for you guys is that you always have a very supportive home crowd. Batiin mo naman lahat ng dumalo dito ngayon para suportahan kayo.
Big shoutout sa Biñan fans na andito ngayon para manood, and to all MPBL fans also, thank you sa love and support nyo.
Thank you very much once again. That was Nick Caballero and Harold Alarcon. Nick, we also can't wait to witness you during the All-Star event. Let's throw it back to you, Ken and Coach Chris.
Thank you so much, G. And obviously, those two guys, that's gonna be a good matchup, Coach Chris.
Definitely.
All right, we'll pause for a break. We'll be back for the showdown between the San Juan Knights and the Biñan Tatak Jelvis Motorcycle Tires Mega Wagi.
MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay umayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Pag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama.
And here we go, mga kaliga, with our main game here inside the Alonte Sports Arena in Biñan City, Laguna. It's San Juan Knights versus your Biñan Tatakgel, live on Solar Sports, Tap Sports, and on YouTube channel, the 2026 MANNY PACQUIAO'S MPBL Season 8. Let us now meet the starters. Introducing first the MPBL Season 2 champions, San Juan Knights. Starting at guard number 15, James Quecote. At center number 17, Aldrich Ramos. Forward number 2, Mike Calisaan. Also at forward number 81, Harold Alarcon. And at one guard number 5, Orlen Wamar Jr. The head coach for San Juan Knights is Alex Angeles. Assistant coaches are B. Mangajas, Jigs Guadamor, James Ampin, Paolo Gorospe, Jeff Taunera, Dino Enrile, PJ Maningan, and Crisel Padua. Team consultant Philip Cesar, team manager Jun Usman. The team owners are Julian Estrada and Honorable Senator Jinggoy Estrada. And now, mga kaliga, get on your feet, because it's time to meet the starting unit of your Biñan Tatakgel Beast Motorcycle Tire Mega Wagi. Starting at forward number 88, Kenny Roca Curva. Also at forward number 4, Warren Bonifacio. At center, number 11, Christian Big Boy Hernandez. One guard, number 0, Pamboy Raymundo. And at shooting guard, number 3, Nick Caballero. The head coach for Biñan Tatakgel is Boyet Fernandez. Assistant coaches Gino Manansala, Gino Manuel, Eliazar Cabutotan, JR Manansala, Mac Cartona, Jonah Jacob, and Pat.
Starting 5 brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. San Juan Knights with a backcourt of Orlan Wamar, James Quecote, Aldrich Ramos, Harold Alarcon, and Mike Calisaan up front. Biñan with Pamboy Raymundo, Nick Caballero, Big Boy Hernandez, Warren Bonifacio, and Kenny Roacurva. Our referees for this ball game, Richard Borde, Danilo Rivera, and Cedric Villarosa. Fourth referee is Haleric D'Amico. Very important to note, Nick Caballero starting in his very first game. He has come off the bench in their previous 19 games. Not having Carlo Lastimosa and Coach Boyet not taking any chances, bringing in Nick Caballero to the starting unit.
And matched up right away is our pre-game matchup between Harold and Nick. But a lot of matchups to look out for as Nick off the ball, cutting to the basket. A pass by Bonifacio. A little too far for him to handle. But even the matchup between Roca Curva and Quecote, that is a thunderous matchup. You talk about two guys who are ultra athletic, can score the basketball, one in transition. James, also a good guy, a good player rather, who finishes in transition and also can hurt you with the three.
Wamar, shot clock winding down, takes the free. Too strong. And ball will end up with Biñan. Wamar and Raymundo matched up against each other at that point guard spot. Caballero has been a picture of consistency for Biñan. Attacks right away, as deflected by James Quecote. And for San Juan, much has been said, especially with the departure of two of their best players. Raimundo slips.
Good
Blocked from
recovery.
behind
Yeah.
from Mamar.
What's looked to be a layup at the basket by Pamboy. He even went to the other side. But a terrific read and recovery by Orlan.
Baseline inbound for Biñan. Raimundo to Bonifacio.
Labanan ng headbands itong dalawang to. Alarcon sa Cabanyero.
Oo nga. Pumihit si Coacurva, wala. Possession mananatili sa San Juan. It's Boyd Fernandez. Cabanyero will take that outside jumper. Will rebound. Balik na ang bola dito sa San Juan.
It's something he's capable of making, but at the same time, something you're willing to give up defensively. He's got to play the numbers or the percentage. And Harold Alarcon able to play him well that time by laying off of him.
Harold makes his move, fades away against Nick Cabanyero. Silky smooth. Gets them the first 2 points.
There's just always something about a certain matchup that brings you extra juice. These two looking to blend that juice early in this game. Inaatake na agad ang isa't isa. And Juan Bonifacio, sinasabi sa atin, huwag niyo kalimutan. Importanteng player din ako para sa Biñan.
Tatla tayo 2-all. Alarcon. One dribble pull-up against Cabanyero. Off to the left. Kalisaan with offensive rebound. Harold. Ball tapped from behind. Ball will stay with the Knights.
Quick blitz right there on that dribble handoff / ball screen action off the baseline.
San Juan, the best three-point shooting team in the league. 39.5% from beyond the arc. Alarcon, pass to Kalisaan, shoots over. Bonifacio, wala. O Akurba the rebound. Kenny retreats. Kicks it out to Cabanyero. Raimundo against Wamar. Pass inside, masyadong masikip. Pero may foul na itatawag laban sa San Juan.
Trying to get position inside. That time I believe was Hernandez as Calisan was called for the foul.
For Biñan, no Mark Pingres and Carlo Lastimosa.
Those are two important names sa rotation, no? Itong si Coach Boy and as Roca Corva off the curl action, able to get to the cup.
Back-to-back baskets for Biñan. They taste the lead for the first time, 4-2. Kalisan at the left elbow, gives it up to Orlan Wamar.
Nice. The way he operated that ball screen, not so much spacing. It's usually at the slot, that time almost at the top of the key, but able to create that pass was Orlan Wamar to Kalisaan.
We've seen that countless times already. That connection between Wamar and Kalisaan. Meanwhile, an offensive foul is going to be called against Big Boy Hernandez. The game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
Nakita mo yung tanggap niya, no? Usually nasa wing yan eh. So, hence lack of spacing, but still Orlan Wamar, one of the best in terms of delivering that pocket pass.
Na tayo 4-all. Commissioner Emerson Ureta, Head of Operations Zaldi Rilubit, and the franchise owner of Biñan, Sajid Año-Nuevo. Narcis yung tira sa labas ni Kwekute, pero nandoon na naman si Kalisaan. Back-to-back baskets for Mike.
A big boy rebound and a big boy finish by Kalisaan. Just getting that rebound over Bonifacio and able to finish strong at the basket immediately.
Raimundo inside. Bonifacio with a one-hander.
What a feathery touch by Warren Bonifacio.
Third deadlock of the ball game.
Good pass.
Alarcon spots up for three. No good.
And that's a foul on Warren. Ayaw niya ng payagan, no? Yung nangyari, possession prior, kung saan nakuhaan siya ng offensive rebound. You gotta give credit to Kalisaan being aggressive on the offensive glass.
That's the thing with San Juan. Yes, they lose Mike Phillips, obviously a much different player, but this remains a potent front court for San Juan. You see James Quecote slip in with a layup. Lamang ulit sila, 8-6.
It's just too easy to give up that type of basket off the inbounds, off the first action, that back screen, downhill.
Raimundo, pasa kay Bonifacio. To Akurva, sumalaksak. Blocked from behind by Quecote.
Oh, what a defensive play by James Quecote. He was the one who tagged the short roll on Warren Bonifacio because of the two baskets. And he was the one who blocked the shot as well. So he went ball to ball from elbow to the low post. Biñan, though, will retain possession. A miss by Pamboy.
Alarcon. Kalisaan providing the screen. Harold splits the defense. Pass to the outside. Wamar for three. Too strong. Oh man, Kalisaan again. The rebound and the wraparound pass to Ramos for the basket.
Created by good shots. And that's what good shots, missed shots do. It creates offensive rebounding. Kalisaan has certainly, or is, dominating the glass early on the offensive end. Even with a nice find to his big man, Aldrich.
Bagsak si Ramos at si Bonifacio. Then, Caballero going right at Alarcon. Harold picks up a foul.
Gandang matchup, no? Para tayong nasa history class, yung mga binanggit mo, Ramos, Bonifacio.
Kaya nga eh. Manny Pay, the digital wallet built for the community. Baseline inbound for Biñan. With 14 on the shot clock, Coach Boyd Fernandez. On the helm for the third consecutive season for Biñan. As much as they have been really impressive, 17-4, they haven't had a win against the top teams. They lost to Abra last time out. They played here at home. Talo rin sila against Quezon. So a win here could certainly boost their confidence. Nick Caballero strokes in a free to cut the lead down to 1.
So you mentioned Harold Alarcon laying off of him the first shot. Not the second time around that Caballero is going to miss the shot after the layoff once again by Harold. This time up and under. Now you see. Now you don't. What a move by Alarcon.
Back and forth, these two guys. Caballero, sa pagkaataw na yun, mintis. Quecote. Harold. Wants a screen. Ramos provides it.
Nice anticipation by Pamboy. Reading the intention from the weak side of Harold. Able to deflect that pass. Look at this move by Harold off the loose ball. Up another step through. That's a beauty.
Both guys came out to play. Harold and Nick. Meanwhile, let's turn you over to Gianna.
Ken and Coach Chris, we are witnessing Sunbeda coaches going head-to-head today in Coach Boyet and Coach Alex, who outside of the MPBL have been working together for the past 4 years. Sabi nga ni Coach Boyet na napaka-close nila ni Coach Alex. They know everything about each other. In fact, they talk about future plans for Biñan and San Juan often. So ang pinakamalaking challenge niya today is how to be unpredictable. Coach Alex naman considers Coach Boyet as one of his mentors, being the one who taught him daw the importance of keeping a positive environment within the team. Because of that daw, he's been anticipating this game to be a fun one, and it'll all boil down to the skills and abilities of their players. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, G. And so far, it has lived up to the billing. A close game. 12-11.
So the two big men of both teams, particularly Bonifacio and Kalisaan, is showing their importance to their squad as Quecote hits the basket right in front of the bench of Biñan. But Calisaan making his impact on the offensive glass. Bonifacio on the scoring with 6.
Balik sa 4 ang lamang ng San Juan. Approaching the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Curva sa 3. Air ball. Yung pito laban kay Big Boy. That's gonna be his second foul. 3-point shot brought to you by the Extreme Water Protected Speakers. Dive into music with Extreme Speakers. James Quecote has played well since nawala na sila Mike Phillips and Jerry Abadiano. Coming off his best outing as well. Season high in points.
One's loss is another man's opportunity, and James Quecote, excuse me, no stranger to moments like this. He's a guy who's been in the finals already. In fact, he's the only player with Coach Alex ngayon in San Juan who was a part of that team 2 seasons ago with Bacoor.
Season 5. Also a former NCAA champion. Maikes lost it. Numbers for Biñan. Mike Mabulak strokes in the jumper.
That's an easy shot for Mike Mabulak anytime. It's 14 to 16 feet, uncontested, almost automatic si Mike dyan.
KG Canaleta is now on the floor as well for Biñan. And he will be tagged with a foul.
And you can understand the frustration of Biñan dahil yung tawag medyo malayo eh.
Steal of the game brought to you by the Extreme Room 3 waterproof speaker. Unstoppable sound, ultimate power.
Yung referee na tumawag, no? Number 27. Was right in front of us, yeah.
Cedric Villarosa.
Samantala, no? Yung sa kabilang sideline, yun yung hindi tumawag. Kaya nagtataka sila Coach Boyet.
Patrick Sleet, Raul Soyud, Dexter Maiquez, and Raylan Torres coming in off the bench. Orlando Amar, the lone starter remaining on the floor for San Juan.
Biñan is over the limit. Let's see if San Juan can take advantage with 2 minutes left in the quarter.
Sleet drives, no. Raimundo the rebound. Lasco, nakabuelo, pinasa kay Roa Curva. Masikip. Raimundo open free, off to the right. And Torres comes up with a rebound. Patrick Sleet swings it to Dexter Maiquez. Drives baseline. Nasalo ni Wamar pero nahuli siyang nakaapak sa sideline. Babalik ang bola sa Biñan.
Just a wild pass by Dexter Maiquez. Probably not the guy you want driving the basketball and creating a play. Just too much to handle for Orlan Wamar. That led to the turnover.
Terence Fortea will replace Orlan Wamar. Renzo Subido. Kapaltan din si Pamboy Raimundo. 15-13, 2-point lead for the Knights. Lasco. A mix-up on that ball screen. Foul will be called on Raul Soyud.
Trying to squeeze the screen of Mabulak that time. A little too aggressive. This game has so far been hard and clean. They've been calling the obvious fouls. At the same time, players really playing hard as expected.
Curva. Matched up against Raylan Torres. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Curva for free. Off the heel. And Mabulak with a foul. Penalty na ang Biñan.
I'm not so sure if that's what Coach Boyet wants to see. That's the second time that Roca Curva settled for a jumper, especially after the successful curl action for his first 2 points. And I believe yun yung nire-relay ngayon ni Coach Boyet kay Kenny, because I don't think anyone in San Juan can match up kay Kenny Roca Curva if he is in a driving mode.
So yun, supply yung unang free throw. LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Getting more minutes at that center spot with Mike Phillips gone for San Juan. Soyud hits the second. 16-13. Knights up by 3. Curva under a minute left in the first quarter. Lasco. 9 on the shot clock. Takes the 3 over Dexter Marquez. And Soyut with a rebound.
Excellent defensive stand right there by San Juan.
Good pass. But Marquez unable to convert. Put back attempt, wala din.
The 2 chances at the rim for Dexter Marquez. Gotta appreciate the effort and a foul downstairs by Dexter. Of the early work, a seal by Mike Mabulak, making his presence felt coming off the bench.
Last foul to give for the Knights.
Look at Mike, how deep he is right here. And Dexter, because of the contact to the face, tinawagan ng foul, pero wala pa sa penalty. Offensive foul naman ang tinawag.
Huli.
Oo. I like what I'm seeing with the officiating to start off this game. It sets the tone for the whole game because I thought last weekend, that big game by Caloocan and Jensen, the physicality to me was just too much. It was almost like wrestling, to the point that Caloocan gave up 4 unsportsmanlike fouls, if I'm not mistaken, in that game. And it led to them, in my opinion, giving up silly, unnecessary fouls in the last 2 minutes after, missing a basket and then fouling in the backcourt and then sending Jensen to the line, which really cost them.
Elbow jumper by Soyut, no good. Curva on the run.
What did I
Takes
just
off.
say? What did I just say? Right? Pag nakakuha pa ng buwelo, tulad ng huling pagkakataon na yun, itong si Kenny Roger Roca Curva or Flight 88, almost impossible to stop. Dalawang San Juan Knight na yung sumabay sa kanya noon, parang naging bowling pins pa yung nangyari sa depensa ng San Juan.
Curva could be asked to score more. Without Carlo Lastimosa, mintis yung unang free throw. Ronnie Alonte. He's actually part of the team.
Yeah.
Has played a handful of games for them. Split at the line. Captain Hook, back Cardona. Behind the back dribble, Torres got bottled up by Kenny Curva as time expires in the first quarter. And these two teams going at it early. San Juan trailed early in the first quarter. Harold Alarcon and Nick Caballero. Those two guys have really set the tone for this matchup.
That's what happens when you have history, which these two have a lot. And this was the curl action by Kenny Roca Curva off the ball. Orlan Wamar with the pocket pass. Kalisaan with the finish using glass. And so far, we have had a nice start to this game after the first quarter.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. It's about to begin the second quarter between San Juan and Biñan. Both teams still have that legitimate shot of finishing number 1 in their division. Nick Caballero named a starter for the first time this season for Biñan. Terence Fortea
Matched up against Renzo Subido. Renzo Subito had something to say before the game. He told me, because he's an analyst for the UAP, right? He goes, Coach, signs of the times na ba to? Sabi niya, kasi unti-unti ko nang nakakalaban yung mga nako-cover ko.
Kaya nga,
That was a funny thing to say from Renzo. V, former UST Growling Tiger. Very well known for the shot against the Fighting Maroons before the pandemic.
He's not old, by the way, si Renzo.
He's not. He's not. He just feels that way at the moment. It's like, you know, slowly eating him. Unti-unti niya nakikita per game, as you see Commissioner Emerson Noreta and Boss Joe Ramos alongside with the head of security, Rudy Distrito.
Damien Lasco. Caballero fires and hits from beyond the arc.
That time, there was a late challenge compared to the previous jumper where ipinamaya lang ni Harold. That time, Torres with a challenge. No problem for Nick. Terence, quick shot. Wala.
Biñan lamang na, 17-16. Tumatakbo sila dito. Damien Lasco can't finish. Rebound, Subido kicks it out to Damien Lasco. The reload and a basket from rainbow distance for Damien Lasco.
Off the offensive rebound, only the fourth in this game by a point guard, Renzo Subido, and the recognition for the open man in the corner in Lasco. Maikes Mintis.
Biñan making their run, up by 4. Subido to Damien Lasco, pumihit. Waray. Stolen away by Maikes. Back the other way, Patrick Sleep.
Numbers.
Terence Fortrea with a trifecta.
Well, you talk about a guy that has a short-term memory, and trust me, I know this. That's Terence Fortea. He's going to shoot 0 for 10, 0 for 12. It doesn't matter. He's going to take the next shot available. That one in transition, off-balanced.
Sorry, foot on the line. So just a long 2 from Terence Fortea.
Because he was off-balanced. Come on, Terence. Always proud to say, my son.
Oo nga eh. Jopet Soriano will check in for Biñan. Manny Pay, the digital wallet built for the community. In his growth from being a scorer to a more well-rounded playmaker, Terence Fortea. Base and point there. Hockey assist leads to a layup for Dexter Maikes.
Isn't it obvious? I mean, who's the coach? And it's not me. It's Coach Gold.
Okay. 20 all. Lasco susubok ulit sa 3. Soyo the rebound off that miss. Fortea to Raylan Torres. At the corner, naghanap ng papasahan. Sleet cuts, stretches, can't finish. What a pass. Lasco is ahead, blocked by Raylan Torres.
You have to appreciate the effort by Raylan Torres. What looked to be an easy layup. Just a poor read, I thought, by Lasco. That was a 3-on-1. Could have dropped it off, but he loses the handle as well, as we saw in the replay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no? Nawala yung bola. But still, Biñan with the possession.
Great timing on that block by Torres. Subido. Mintis yung 3 sa corner.
Oh, that was a
may
beautiful
foul.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play off the inbounds by Biñan as they went back to the screen case. Subido. This was the pocket pass or the assist pass you mentioned.
Player of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Subido catches. Fortea in front of him. JJ Pido now in the ball game. Nick Caballero, another free. That's his 3rd. And Gimpayan, siya ang tatawagan ng foul. Bagsak si Dexter Marquez.
Already the 3rd 3 of Nick Caballero. All of his points coming from downtown. If he shoots like this all night, really impossible to stop.
Defense of Torres right there.
And Biñan will be called for non-sportsmanlike. The question is, what kind?
Yeah. They're looking
Because
it is an unsportsmanlike foul.
okay,
Upon review, one sportsmanlike foul on number 6, Jamar Gibayan is
For
first.
excessive hard contact. Let's see this on the replay. Ayun, dalawang beses pa nga eh.
one sa may rib, no, and then the other arm on the face of Marquez.
2 free throws for Dexter Marquez. Ball possession for San Juan. Palitan lang lamang. No team has really gotten into a momentum wherein they can pull away. Marquez sablay unang free throw. Biggest lead was at 4 points by Biñan back in the first quarter. The back end on the free throws. Biñan replaced by Warren Bonifacio. Fortea gets it back from Marquez, guarded by Subido. Torres laban kay JJ Pido. 5 on the shot clock. Raylan will take the free. Straight but short. Rebound, Jopet Soriano.
Robert Soriano getting important minutes right here because Mike Mabulak in foul trouble with 3 fouls. This is usually his time, yung pangalawang, yung second win niya, no, yung pagbalik niya. But because he is in foul trouble, we can expect to see him in the second half most likely with 6 minutes and 31 remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, especially no Mark Pingris today.
Right?
Kalisaan will return, as well as Orlan Wamar.
Ballesteros not in the lineup as well, so because of Ping's absent and Ballesteros and the foul trouble, buti na lang medyo malalim yung big man nitong Biñan.
Extreme ang subok at kumpletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Nasa loob na rin si Aldrich Ramos para sa Knights. Caballero inside, Soriano. Bonifacio sees the free lane, using the window to kiss it off and in.
Beautiful shot fake, and how about a little hang time by the big guy? Terence.
Wala. Patrick Sleet climbing the ladder for the rebound.
And foul.
Caught warding off from behind.
Biñan giving up a ton of offensive rebounds in the first half, something that you expect Coach Boya to address in the timeouts and for sure during halftime.
Alarcon and Caballero matched up again. JJ Pido against Orlan Wamar.
What a pass.
Inside, broken up momentarily. Still 9 on the shot clock. Oh, what a pass again! Pido, special delivery to Jopet Soriano.
You have to appreciate the patience that time offensively by Biñan. Able to recover the basketball. High-low was not successful. They go to the empty side ball screen. Hello. Layup at the rim. Uncontested.
Easy pickings for Jopet Soriano. The biggest lead now for Biñan at 6. from now, we will be at the Polomolok Municipal Gymnasium in South Cotabato, September 5. First game, 5 p.m. Quezon Huskers versus the Jensen Warriors. And then the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu will take on the Biñan Tatakjel Beast Motorcycle Tire Mega Wagi.
How about that? Usually the home team, which is Jensen, right, I believe,
Yeah.
is the main game, the second game. But it's vice versa.
Oh, what?
They will be the first game.
Boss Joe Ramos and Commissioner Emer Oreta. 27-21. How will San Juan respond? Aldrich Ramos to Orlan Wamar. Aldrich gets to his spot. Automatic.
And that was a beautiful play of the timeout by the San Juan. Little horn set and a screen by small to a big. Forces the defense to rotate. That eventually led to the open shot by Ramos. As you mentioned, his bread and butter.
Bonifacio puts it on the floor. Pumihit. Caballero over Alarcon. Pintis. JJ Pido bouncing it off Orlan Wamar, giving them another possession.
That time a better contest by the defense of Alarcon. Making that jumper or forcing that jumper to be short kay Nick Caballero.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Let's check in with Gianna.
Kwento ni Coach Boyet na lahat daw silang naninirahan dito sa Laguna ay binaha nitong mga nagdaang linggo dahil sa mga bagyo, kaya Miyerkules na sila nakapag-practice. That means only 3 practices for Biñan to prep for this game, but he also adds that they were never going to make that an excuse or a hindrance. Prepping for this game, alam daw ng Biñan na San Juan has one of the highest offensive averages in the league, so limiting that is really a challenge. A couple of the players they scouted, Orlan Wamar and James Quecote. But to combat that talaga, they need to stick to their identity. No differences now in their mentality, prepping for this team compared to the other strong teams. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, G. And actually, some of the Biñan players got stuck because of the flood situation. I think last Monday, they held practice in Manila, some of them.
Yeah.
And,
Some of them, the non-players, even decided to dive inside the flood. I'm not gonna say who.
alam niyo na siguro yun.
Yeah.
Orlan Wamar.
Clue. He's somebody we showed earlier during the start of this game. Wearing some nice clothing.
Foul against
Somebody who used to make a lot of baskets when I was guarding him.
ayun.
With his magical hook shot. But the report by Gianna, right? The goal of Biñan to limit the #1 team in the league,
Yeah.
who's averaging close to 99 points per game.
That's #1.
So far on point. That's about 25 a quarter. They've given up so far 23. And we are past halfway already here in the second quarter.
San Juan shooting just 34% from the field, 1 out of 8 from free. Soriano nails the first free throw. This second free throw brought to you by Extreme, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. 5 puntos ang kalamangan ng Biñan over San Juan. Wamar. Pass back to Aldrich Ramos. Well challenged by Jopet Soriano. Rebound ending up with Bonifacio.
They have numbers.
JJ Pido doesn't force it.
Nice ball stop by Orlan Wamar. That stopped really the potential fast break. Kaya nakabalik yung kanyang teammate. Pero foul dito, no? Si Juan Pido.
They will review this. JJ Pido fell down hard on the floor.
Well, claiming that there was a slight jab by Orlan. Nung pagkabagsak niya, no? Medyo inexpress niya yun. But I'm not so sure, really, because Orlan Wamar, not the type of player. Well, let's see. I could be wrong. Here's the replay.
Tough to tell from that angle. Did you see anything from there?
Sa angulong yun, mahirap.
Mahirap, no?
Kung meron man, parang kalabit lang.
Oo. To your point, this has been well officiated for the most part here in the first
For
half.
both squads.
Yeah. 28-23, a lot at stake. Biñan at 17-5. Sorry, 17-4, while San Juan 17-2. Orlan Wamar, he will participate for the third time as an All-Star in the MPBL North, while also looking to reclaim his three-point shootout crown. And yes, an unsportsmanlike foul laban kay Orlan Wamar.
Give credit to JJ Pido. Really selling that call, but there was something obviously, and alam naman natin, no, mas may magandang angulo yung mga tinitignan ng officials natin, and for sure they saw something there.
JJ Pido, a couple of assists, also making an impact, not on the stat sheet, making up for the absence of Carlo Lastimosa. Free throws, though, have been a problem for Biñan the entire season. They're dead last in terms of free throw percentage. Sablay pareho. So Caballero will trigger it in. Lead remains at 5. Subido against James Kwekute. Pido pumukol sa 3. Yes!
Ayaw ng malapit. Gusto ng mas malayo.
Pinakamalaking lamang ng Biñan now at 8. What a pass inside. Blocked by Nick Caballero. Tinamaan sa ulo si Jopet Soriano. Subido replaced by Pamboy Rimundo.
A nice big-to-big action right here. 2 on the ball. Kay Orlan Wamar led to this one, but the recovery from the weak side by Caballero.
Tinamaan si Jopet Soriano. It looked inadvertent.
From Aldrich Ramos. They're going to review this, but I don't think they're going to call anything on Aldrich.
Yeah, but timeout. We'll be right back after this short break.
Ito ang inaabangan talaga year after year because the best of the best are here. At
He wants the crowd to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. That makes a mad drop.
What a play.
There you go. And that win!
Oh my!
Have a new champion this year.
Welcome to the MPBL All-Stars!
Our MPBL South All-Star starters: Nick Caballero from Biñan, Hesed Cabo, Seth Manzano, Mark Meneses, and John Nermal. And, sila'y nanalo last year dito sa building na ito. That Eric Camson shot when he was with Rizal. So syempre ang North gustong rumebanse, gustong bumawi. Caballero averaging 17.5 points per ball game.
If that game goes down to the wire, which similar to last year, right? The All-Star.
Yeah.
And that lineup of the South, with Caballero leading the charge. I think the most obvious guy you go to, down by a point or a bucket, is Nick Caballero. No disrespect to the others. Terrific players, obviously, as a basket of a timeout by San Juan. But Nick Caballero is the guy in terms of the first group for the South.
Has proven it time and time again that he is a terrific closer. Now he spins, creating space for himself and lays it in.
Also a terrific spinner.
13 points for Nick Caballero. Sorry, 11 points.
And he's produced those 11 points at ease. Even with that spin move, mukhang madali sa kanya.
Turnover laban sa San Juan.
It just amazes me how a guy of his size can move this way. You're talking about 90 to 95 kilos of muscle weight, moving like a ballerina and finishing at the cup.
Na-try ko i-convert to mga 200 din, no? 200 pounds.
And he told me that he lost weight.
Yeah. And it shows.
Compared to the last season of the UAP, compared to this year, his rookie season in the MPBL, lost about 4 to 5 kilos, I believe.
Patrick Sleet. Pass to the outside. Alarcon. One dribble pull-up. No good. Kalisaan fighting to get the offensive rebound. He gets it and the putback goes. Plus the foul.
Kalisaan really doing damage on the glass. Almost at the same spot. Dito rin niya nakuha yung mga offensive rebounds niya in the first quarter. This time though, the difference, a 2+1 special coming up.
8 points, 7 rebounds, 6 of those coming on the offensive end for Mike Kalisaan. Where would they be without his presence on the interior? 2:15 left in the second quarter. This is a guy that missed the playoffs last year for San Juan. He was sorely missed, especially in that series against Pangasinan. Ball stolen away by Alarcon, who gets straight to the cup for 2.
Careless that time. Guided San Juan off a timeout with this 2-2-1 press. Alarcon with the anticipation steal and a strong finish.
Biñan barely escaping. Bonifacio sticks it back in for Biñan.
Pretty.
Alarcon sumugod. Led with his shoulder. It's an offensive foul.
I gotta see that once again. I'm not so sure coming from our angle because I thought Harold was just protecting the basketball. I didn't see any extension. He wants Coach Alex to challenge. Well, let's see on the replay.
Yeah.
Here's the forward pass. There's the drive. I don't know. I disagree with the call right here. Give credit to Pamboy.
Caballero with his 4th triple. 14 points. Back to an 8-point lead for Biñan.
That's how costly the call was at the other end. A 5-point swing leading to the biggest lead of the game of 8 for Biñan. But a foul committed by Biñan, a poor one, will send San Juan to the line. Nick Caballero, if this shot becomes normal to him, give him the MVP.
Shooting just 31% from beyond the arc this season. But tonight has already hit 4 out of 7. Patrick Sleet split at the line. Lasco is down. Another body on the floor for Biñan. 1 minute and 13 left in this second quarter. We have a timeout. 7-point lead for Biñan, 38-31.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sikreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Back with us in the City of Life in Biñan, Laguna. At the Alonte Sports Arena for the 8th season of the MPBL. We are winding down the elimination round a week before the All-Star festivities. And these two teams locked into a slugfest. Ken Pangilinan pa rin po kasama si Coach Christian Duanzon, and at courtside, Miss Gianna Llanes. Caballero has been marvelous. 14 points to lead all scorers. Lasco. 3-point shot is off. Patrick Sleet nagmamadali. Side step. Almost got it in, but he'll be back at the line for 2 more free throws.
Also a player when he has a head of steam, Patrick Sleet, just like Nick Caballero, tough to stop. Almost a 3-point play for Patrick.
Patrick Sleet, since Mike Phillips last suited up in his last 10 games, has averaged 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 3.3 assists per ball game. He was the one who really stepped up nung nawala si Motor Mike.
Well, like I said earlier, one's loss is an opportunity for the others. The Sleet proving that.
Especially in that game against Valenzuela, which went into overtime. Caballero again. This time he misses. Alarcon comes away with a rebound. About a 5-second differential between shot and game clock, but Alarcon blocked.
Control.
Raimundo sends it to Caballero. Numbers for Biñan. Lasco is open. Malakas. Wamar with a running start. 10 seconds left. They will hold out for the final shot of the half. Wamar, long 2-pointer, no good. Raimundo, not a good foul.
A poor foul. Who's this on the floor? Bonifacio?
Yeah. Holding on to his neck area. Paubos na yung oras eh. And the whistle was blown.
We have another review coming up because somebody's down. So that's a chance for our coaches to draw something up.
Hindi, penalty na eh.
Correct.
So,
I mean, for
free
San
throws.
Juan.
Yeah.
With 1
If ever,
second. Yeah.
if ever there's time on the clock, which looks like they will put some time on.
Maybe a second or 2.
Caballero, 14 points. While on the other side, Mike Calisaan, almost a double-double already. 9 points and 8 boards. This is a big call. 1.9 seconds left.
Foul on number 1, Patrick Sleet, penalty third. Official time remaining in the second quarter is 1.3 seconds.
1.3 seconds left. So nothing apart from that foul on Patrick Sleet, but it sends a decent free throw shooter at the line. Bamboy Raimundo. Bamboy trickles in the first.
I like how nice you are with the choice of words. Knowing that Biñan is a poor free throw shooting team and then Bamboy's at the line. Decent. Okay.
Well, sa numbers, decent naman talaga siya.
Yeah. That's why he's decent. 2 of 2.
Patrick Sleet from half court. Almost. They needed that, but instead, they will head into the dugout down by 8 points. A huge reason why has been the scoring of Nick Caballero. 14 points, 4 of 8 from beyond the arc, 3 rebounds, a couple of blocks for the former Tomasian.
Yes, sir. And Nick Caballero, what you like about him is that he took his time reading the coverages. Not only yung bumabantay sa kanya, kundi yung mga help kung saan manggagaling. But the outside shot has been open. Let's see if it could continue with the hot shooting in the second half.
Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basket.
Hello to all MPBL fans. I'm inviting you to watch the All-Star Game sa Inalis Center, Montalban, Rizal on August 29, 2026. And kita-kita tayo doon.
Ito ang inaabangan talaga year after year because the best of the best are here. At
He wants the crowd to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Some mad drop.
What a play.
There you go. And that's it.
Oh, my!
We have a new champion this year.
Welcome to the MPBL All-Stars!
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
We are still here at the Alontes Sports Arena for Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ako po si Gianna Lianes at halftime na ngayon ang ating main game between Biñan and San Juan. The score is 40-32 in favor of Biñan. Kasama ko ngayon ang kanilang franchise owner, Sir Sajid Añonuevo. Sir Sajid, unang-una po sa lahat, alam ko po na marami sa naninirahan dito sa Laguna ay naging apektado sa mga pagbaha dulot ng mga nagdaang bagyo. Ano naman po ang mensahe nyo para sa kanila?
Oo nga, marami kaming kababayan na apektado ng bagyo. So, ang mensahe ko sa kanila ay maging matatag lang. So, everything will be okay naman later. So, hopefully, matulungan din sila ng government natin.
Sir, pagdating naman sa inyong koponan, napakaganda ng linalaro ng Biñan. So far this season, they are currently number 2 in the South Division. Gaano po kayo ka-proud sa inyong koponan?
Very proud, no? Kasi first time namin maging nasa taas ng standing. And very proud ako dun sa team, sa mga players, sa coaches, na ang ganda ng nilalaro namin.
I'm sure a lot of people watching are also very proud as well. Pasalamatan nyo naman po lahat ng sumusuporta sa inyong koponan.
Okay, nagpapasalamat ako sa mga taga Laguna, lalong-lalo na sa Biñan, sa suporta nila sa team, kay Mayor Jel Alonte, kay Monching Talisayon, at saka yung mga iba pa naming sponsor, kay Rubendan, at sa mga local government na sumusuporta sa team namin sa Biñan.
Maraming salamat po once again. That was the franchise owner of Biñan, Sir Sajid Añonuevo. Magbabalik pa po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ang bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalitin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL.
Halftime score is 40-32 Biñan with the edge over San Juan after 2 quarters. And this has been a close game. 8 lead changes, 5 deadlocks. And this is the biggest lead for Biñan. But executing much better, especially in the second quarter, itong Biñan against San Juan.
On both ends. Because they disallowed itong San Juan to score to score only 16 points. But offensively, they scored 26 in the second quarter, led by this guy. I don't know if you know him. His name is Nick Caballero. Scored 16 points, or 14 points rather, in the first half. The difference among the numbers is really the three-point shooting, 4 of which Caballero has made, 4 of the 6. And offensive rebounding has kept them alive, if not for this guy, Kalisaan. He's going to end up with a double-double for sure after this game. And Mike Mabulak, who was in foul trouble, helped the cause of San Juan in a sense because he was in foul trouble. But at the same time, gotta give credit to, yung lalim ng bench nitong Biñan with the absence of Pingris. And yun nga, wala rin si Mabulak because of foul trouble. A lot of guys stepped up. Hernandez had 2 fouls but able to provide a body inside. But I think offensively, itong San Juan, they just look lost to me. And it feels like Orlan Mamar, at some point, maybe to start this third quarter, he's going to have to get himself going, whether creating for others or scoring.
Yeah, Orlan Mamar, 0 out of 3 from the field, scoreless in the first half, does have 5 assists. But you're right, San Juan usually the one shooting and taking more threes, but the roles have been reversed. Biñan 6 out of 18 from beyond the arc compared to just 1 out of 12 for San Juan.
And the only one belonging to James Quecote, right?
Yeah. Right away, as we're awaiting the start of the second half, patingin ko lang ulit ang ating matalik na kaibigan na si Juan Paulo Gregorio ng Maligayang Kaarawan.
Paulo pala,
Oh.
Okay.
Yung sa'yo, P din eh.
Please. This is not about me. Hindi ko alam ba't ganun kayo eh. Okay. Let's focus on the birthday celebrant. Okay, Paulo.
Ano akin pala, coach? No? CP ka din pala. CPL.
Okay. And the indication is... Okay.
Ay, CP. CPT. Si boss.
O sige na. Kahit wala siya rito, bigyan natin siya ng oras.
Nick Caballero, one of the front runners for the MVP award. Warren Bonifacio also was solid in the first half.
He was.
8 points, 4 boards. Did not miss from the field, 4 out of 4.
He certainly benefited as being the quote-unquote third option. Dahil nakafocus ka kay Rocacorva at kay Caballero, meron kang papabayaan eh. At si Warren Bonifacio yun, who took advantage.
San Juan really playing Biñan tight to start the third. Rocacorva, pass to Pamboy Raimundo. Bonifacio against Ramos. Shoots it over him, short. His first miss from the field. Rebound Alarcon. Same 5 that started this ball game is now on the floor to start the third for the Knights. Same goes with Biñan. Kalisaan shoots it over Bonifacio. Couple of bounces and out. fight for the rebound, ending up with Alarcon. Drives baseline.
That's a foul on Nick with his right arm. Holding itong baywang ni Harold.
Only the first foul on Nick Caballero. Orlan Wamar will trigger it in from the sideline. Recote, back to Orlan. Inside, natapik at naagaw ng Biñan.
Not a good read by Orlan Wamar. Harold Alarcon was the one that he should have passed the ball to off the tag on the weak side by Nick Caballero. That's the second time, by the way, Caballero has saved the basket defensively. The one in the first half was the block on Ramos. Caballero with a miss.
Recote, nagmamadali. Looks to push. Alarcon forcing his way inside. Walang mapuntahan. Pinasa kay Orlan Wamar. 9 on their shot clock. Bounce pass. Kalisaan. Blocked by Big Boy Hernandez.
They have numbers if they want it.
Curva nakabuelo and makes it over Orlan Wamar to give them a 10-point lead.
The question was, how do you want it? And Curva just barged his way through the defense. Was that Wamar in front of it? Yeah.
Kalisaan can't convert. Bonifacio the rebound. Outlet to Curva. Back to Raimundo. 2 minutes gone by in the third. Pamboy puts it up. No good. Ramos grabs the board.
Nice read right there by Pamboy. Everything but the shot of the get action in the back door.
Alarcon. Lost it momentarily. Ramos back to Harold. Rotation on point until that last second dish. James Grecote knocks down his second triple.
Being more patient offensively, even though you're the team training, a lot of time, obviously, what's important is to get into the flow of the offense, move the ball around, and look for the best shot possible.
Bonifacio umikot. Wala. Grecote with another rebound. James is feeling it. Why not? Hits another one. And the lead is down to 4.
What a tough shot that was as a right-handed basketball player. It is always tougher to execute a step-back move going to your right rather than to the other side.
Pamboy drives baseline to a cutting Warren Bonifacio, lays it in for his 10th point.
Boy, that was pretty. That pass from Pamboy to Warren off the off-ball cut.
Recote ulit. Wala. Caballero nakuha yung rebound. Raimundo sends it to Nick. Alarcon matched up against him.
It's an offensive foul.
Harold sold it.
He did. Perfectly timed it. I gotta see it once again, though. The thing is, the lowering of the shoulder was obvious, which prompted the official, in my opinion. But was it enough for the offensive foul? I don't know.
Pero that's a second foul. Which Boyd Fernandez displeased. Now he gets warned by the officials. 6 ang lamang, approaching the 6-minute mark of the third. Wamar. Inside Kalisaan. Couple of misses point blank.
Hernandez was right there. Napayungan siya, no? Kaya nag-iba yung angulo niya sa board.
Now gives up the screen for Caballero. Raimundo against Wamar.
Empty side. Watch for Bonifacio. He loves this shot right here.
A great recovery by Kalisaan, forcing him into a miss. But another possession for Biñan. Big boy Hernandez, short. Recote, nakuha yung rebound. Whips it to Orlan Wamar.
Good stop of the basket by Kenny Roger. Good pass by Orlan. Let's see if Harold can knock it down.
He does. First triple of the ball game for Harold Alarcon.
Of the creation by Orlan.
Harold with 9 points.
So after just making 1-3 in 2 quarters in the first half, San Juan has made 3 already. And we still have 5 minutes to play.
Omar tried to thread the needle. Kwekute puts it up short. Got back his own miss. Alarcon puts it on the floor. Ball off his knee. Turnover. Bola babalik sa Biñan. 3-point shot brought to you by the Extreme Water Protected Speakers. Dive into music with Extreme Speakers. On target. Rainbow distance. Harold Alarcon. 9 points and 6 rebounds. AC Soberano, who did not suit up in the first half, as well as JP Boral, now fielded in by Coach Alex. Si Ugnatan din. So tatlo na hindi naglaro ng first half. Pinasok dito para sa San Juan. 9-2 scoring run for the Knights. Raimundo, picture perfect pull-up right there.
Already his 4th point.
Boral at the elbow against Waray. Wamar gets his first field goal, lays it up and in.
They're so afraid of his ability to find the open man off the drop pass. And he found himself uncontested at the rim. Wala nang sumabay.
Mike Mabulak, short stab. Hugnatan with a rebound. San Juan threatening to inch closer. They could even tie it with a free.
Hugnatan's open.
Reynel, 20 feet. No good. Caballero will slow things down for Biñan. Bagsak ulit si Harold. Pamboy using that Mabulak screen. Gimpayan.
Walk. Or flop.
Huh? Technical? Foul. Oh.
This is an interesting call. I gotta see it once again.
Faking a foul inside the shaded area. That was the call.
Okay. Really?
Coach Alex will challenge this one. Usually you get a warning, but dahil nasa shaded area, tinawagan agad. We'll be back for the result of this challenge.
Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na basketball.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful. The call has been downgraded into a blocking foul.
Okay, just to be clear, it is an unsuccessful challenge because... So let's see the replay. Initially, they called a technical foul for Orlan Wamar for faking a foul within the shaded area. Now,
Which
they
is
change
house rules,
it.
by the way, not
Oh.
FIBA rules. Okay.
They change it to a regular foul. So that's why it's still unsuccessful because the call stands. Imbis na technical foul, ginawang personal foul against Orlan Wamar.
Which, come to think of it, mas okay. At least walang free throw. Ang Biñan.
Problema lang, if you're San Juan, wala na silang challenge the rest of the way. Nick Caballero sablay, labanan sa rebound, napunta kay Papa Ray. Wamar, his team down by 3. Malyari is tasked to guard him. What a pass inside. Reynel Hugnatal, couple of pump fakes, able to put it in.
If there's a guy in this building that you cannot speed up and can never panic, that's Reynel Hugnatan with the wealth of experience under his name. Took his time, able to make that basket underneath.
Mabulak, pasa kay Gimpayan, balik kay Mike. Laban kay Hugnatan. Can't finish. Waray grabs the offensive rebound, sends it to Mabulak, who was open underneath for the basket.
San Juan just stopped on the play. The ball was like a ping pong that eventually led to Mabulak and was just uncontested for the stick back.
Coral getting some crucial minutes at that 4 spot for San Juan.
Hezi.
Wamar with a lefty reverse. Wamar, bit score-minded here late in the third. Almost came away with a steal. In fact, he does a foul against J. Mark Malyari. Gives the possession back to the Knights. Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
Beautiful find right here, Reynel with the finish. And he follows through with another play, which was the Hezi reverse left-handed lay-in.
Now Nick Caballero takes a seat. Subido back in, as well as Kenny Roacurva. Ryan Suwal, Warren Bonifacio, and Mike Mabulak rounding out their 5. A chance for the Knights to take the lead on this possession.
San Juan obviously a much stronger quarter except for this possession. Unforced really with that turnover. And I say that because Caballero scoreless in this third quarter for 8 and change. 8 minutes and change. This was the fast break.
Brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. More than Wamar though, 4 turnovers already.
And a big part kung bakit scoreless itong si Nick Caballero, ang naging epekto nun. Itong Biñan, only 8 points in this quarter so far.
Alforque, ginugulo si Renzo Subido. And Renzo picks up a foul on Royce.
To get into double figures if he hits the 2 free throws. As he was fouled in the act of shooting.
By the way, belated happy birthday to his father, si Coach Henry. Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Kung di ako nagkakamali, was a former assistant coach for Makati back in season 3 in the MPBL.
Also known for his coaching duties, I believe. High school duties sa Lourdes.
Two made free throws gives Biñan a 3-point lead. A minute and 16 left in the third period. Si Alforque ay final naman din ni Renzo Subido. Not yet in penalty is Biñan.
That was an interesting horn set play by Coach Alex. It's usually the big man giving the screens on the A set. That time, though, the small men were the one giving the screens. Hey, Royce.
Manny Pay, the digital wallet built for the community. AC Soberano off the dribble. Pass to Reynel Hugnatan. Can't hit the free. Patrick Sleet was held by Damian Lasco. Penalty na ang Biñan. Free throws coming up for Patrick Sleet.
He did everything he could that time to the point of not legally grabbing itong si Patrick Sleet, who took advantage of his athleticism sa ibabaw.
Patrick Sleet, 2 out of 4 from the line. Makes his first. James Kwekute gave them a lift earlier in the third quarter. Couple of threes, which enabled them to catch up after being down by 10 points. Sablay yung pangalawa. Mabulak na kuha yung rebound. Subido. Oh, found an opening. Just could not finish. Bonifacio lost it. 5 on 4, fast break. Patrick Sleet throws it away.
Little pass to the signboards right there. Good intention, but I thought with his ability to finish at the rim, even though there was a defender in front of him, he should have taken it all the way.
30 seconds left. Mabulak. Pasa kay Subido. Mike, short jumper. Will come up empty on that trip.
That was beautiful offense, though. Good patience by Biñan.
Soberano's free is off. Biñan will get the last shot. 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Subido for free. Short. San Juan, there should be some time on the clock.
There should be some time. That might be a warning, because somebody shot it from the bench.
Yeah.
Which, from my playbook and experience, something you cannot do.
So they will take a look at it. Yeah, that sure looked like there should be some
0.7, I believe.
Mga ganun, no? 7/10 of a second. Biñan, though, still in the driver's seat. Coach Alex Angeles drawing up a play for a possible last-second shot. Reynel Hugnatan has been the captain of the ship late in the third. Nick Caballero scoreless in the third quarter after exploding for 14 points. So at least in that part, San Juan was successful in containing him. Again, at stake here, both teams still eyeing that #1 spot in their division. San Juan is 17-2, Biñan 17-4. Just behind teams like Batangas City, and Cebu.
So to your point about Caballero, a big part of why he was scoreless for about 8 minutes and 30 seconds, the first 8 minutes and 30 seconds of the third quarter, he had 9 attempts of the 14 points in the first half, only 2 attempts in 8 minutes. So San Juan not only forcing him to miss, he didn't take any chances. Hindi na siya pinatira halos.
Yeah. Simula pa lang dinikitan na siya ni Harold Alarcon. Oh, yun na nga. To your point, Coach Chris, parang merong itatawag laban sa Biñan.
Because there was still time on the clock.
Is it a technical foul? Yeah, it is.
Technical foul on Biñan Tatakjel for violating bench decorum.
Yeah. That's a major mental lapse. And that's why Coach Boyet is incensed. Those are the things you can't afford in a close game like this, especially playing at home. And now you put in...
A terrific free throw shooter.
Yeah, AC Soberano.
Is he a former three-point king? No.
No.
Well, one of the three-point leaders of last season.
Even this season, right? 51.8% from beyond the arc.
Okay.
That's mind-boggling. 29
that is.
out of 56 total three-pointers. And now he hits this free throw.
Only takes a point to win and lose the game. To your point earlier where sabi mo, every point, hence every possession matters.
1.4 seconds left. JP Boral back to Royce Alforque.
That's not going to count.
Yeah, ball was still in his hands. Third quarter comes to an end. And San Juan managing to catch up after being down by 10 points earlier. Heading to the fourth, Biñan just a 1-point lead over the Knights, 50-49.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sikreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Our player matchup, Harold Alarcon and Nick Caballero. Nick getting a little bit the better of Harold, but Harold not too bad, 9.6 rebounds compared to Nick's 14 and 5.
And it's a fourth quarter. You can expect these two players to be in either takeover mode or try to make something happen mode.
And they've taken the challenge of guarding each other. Every time they're on the floor at the same time, talaga sila ay magkabantayan. Fourth quarter just about to get underway. Caballero will start off the fourth on the bench. Ken Pangilinan pa rin po. Kasama si Coach Christian Luanzon. At courtside, we have Miss Gianna Lianes. 1-point lead for Biñan, 50-49. AC Soberano back to Royce Alforque. See that big second quarter by Biñan against San Juan. Pero bumawi yung San Juan in the third quarter, outscoring them by 7.
A nice move right there at the cup by Alforque. Just missed it at the rim.
Runner from Roacorva. He will miss. Offensive rebound, Mike Mabulak. Sobido takes the free off the mark. Another offensive board for Biñan. Roacorva's turn to fire and hits from downtown.
Two chances for Biñan, and they were able to knock it down at the second one. What a move by Sleet off the made basket by Biñan on the other end. Coach Boyet cannot be happy.
Just willing that one through. Patrick Sleet, his first field goal make. Pull-up jumper from Roacorva is short. Sleet the rebound. San Juan on the run. Boral lost it. Back the other way, Damian Lasco. Sends it to Renzo Zobido. Mabulak. Hugnatan giving him space. Roacorva laban kay Patrick Sleet. 6 on the shot clock. Roacorva gets the step and he lays it in.
Well, that's the problem when you keep going under the screens. As much as you want to give up the outside shot, once you get that off angle, especially towards the lane, which Rocco Curva had, he took advantage and finished at the cup. This will be a turnover. Sleet forcing the issue.
Ball goes back to Biñan.
All of the screens provided by Biñan under again, but you see how he was off angle right here, and Rocco Curva say goodbye.
Kalisaan is also back on the floor for the Knights. Kenny. Pass to Renzo Subido. Natapik. Limpayan. Sinugod yung depensa ni Boral. And Boral could not come away with a rebound. Ball will stay with Biñan with 6 seconds left on the shot clock.
I thought he had a chance to get it though, but even though he was right, the problem para sa San Juan, sabi mo nga kanina, wala na silang challenge.
Subido for free. And again, Gimpayan with offensive rebound. But finally, Alforque clears it for San Juan. What a pass inside. Kalisaan blows the layup.
Baliktad yung pektus ni Kalisaan doon. Something I'm sure deep inside gusto niyang mabawi.
And Coach Alex has gone away with Raylan Torres and Terence Fortea here in the second half. Hasn't seen action here.
Oh.
Caballero, Mintis.
That looked like it was going in though. High off the glass. Continues to be scoreless though in the second half. It's Nick.
Kalisaan. Soberano leaning in. Off the mark. Tumatakbo si Roa Curva. Goes at Patrick Sleet. And Sleet gives up the foul, sending Roa Curva to the free throw line.
The two players really identical. Pag binigyan mo ng buwelo, Rocco Curva on the offensive end that time with the upper hand as he was fouled. Maganda rin, active shooting pa.
Now Raylan Torres comes back in. He will replace JP Boral. Patrick Sleet now has 4 fouls. This free throw brought to you by Extreme, ang subok at kumpletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. May balita tayo kay Gianna Llanes.
Well, quick MPBL history for everyone muna. The very first team that Coach Alex Angeles actually coached for in the league was Laguna back in 2018. He was also raised in Cabuyao, still lives there. So not only was this his home court, this is also his hometown. Kaya bago mag-umpisa ang fourth quarter, he comfortably took a few steps on the court to really demonstrate to his players where he wants them to position defensively. Nakukuha na raw kasi nila yung momentum sa third quarter. Kaya ayaw niyang sayangin ito. Mananalo raw sila with patience with their shots, proper positioning, and polishing the small defensive details. Back to you guys.
You're right, G. Thank you so much for that wonderful info. And yun nga, no? Binanggit mo na ito, Coach Chris, the way they were navigating through ball screens, medyo nahihirapan itong San Juan. And really, it could boil down to execution down the stretch. Whoever comes out on top of this one.
Always does, especially big-time games like this, the top-tier teams. Alarcon fouled on the jumper. One of those landing spot situations. And to add more, I believe Coach Alex, as a former teammate, at some point he had a political position.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure what and how many terms. Pero alam ko, dito rin yun sa Laguna.
Harold Alarcon, his first trip at the line. LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Jeff Tahonera, now part of the coaching staff.
What I do remember is yung kanyang moniker, political moniker, which was, I don't know why, I think it was something like Alex Hotdog Angeles. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Forgive me, Jermaine, kung mali yung facts ko. His wife.
6:20 left in the fourth. Amboy Raimundo, wala.
Double foul.
Kekote and Lasco getting entangled.
So Biñan catches a break because possession arrow points to them.
Yeah.
It is a double foul with number 7 and Lasso is fourth, and a number 15 next Wednesday is first.
Yeah, no clear possession here.
You see, I disagree with the call because I thought because of his momentum going down and him holding on still to Lasco, it should have been a single foul on Quecote.
Caballero has yet to score here in the second half. Lasco, pass deflected, naagaw ng San Juan. Quick pass ahead, Alarcon, count it! Plus the foul, what a pass from Orlan Womar. Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
One of the best point guards in the league, if not the best, just a thing of beauty. That full court pass to one of the best finishers in the game in Harold Alarcon. Trust me, he's more than just a pretty face.
The Rebanse effect on full display right there. Ganda ng plug ko, no?
Love it. Love it.
Tabla na tayo, 56 all. 5 and 56 left in the fourth. JJ Pido will come in. This is a small lineup right now for both teams.
Good Caballero at the 4 for Biñan. And maybe Raylan Torres. They don't even have a 5.
They don't have a 5.
Yeah, for San Juan, everybody's a guard.
And they used this. If you remember that preseason game they had against Abra where it was pretty close.
That happened right here.
Yeah, right here.
Biñan.
Raimundo. Naghanap ng papasahan. Caballero shoots over Quecote. That's a big shot right there. 3-point lead for Biñan.
Scoreless no more in the second half. Caballero re-announcing his name with a 3.
Sleet off the pass. Foul against Biñan. They are in penalty though. So more free throws coming up for Patrick Sleet. Sleet with 5 points.
Not even halfway in this quarter. Biñan already over the limit.
Manny Pay, the digital wallet built for the community. We harped on Biñan's struggles at the line, but San Juan tonight not much different, especially Sleet. 4 out of 8 from the stripe. That lead is down to 2, 59-57. Caballero. Sige, Quecote na yung nakabantay sa kanya. Nick backing him down. Before the shot, it will not count. Coach Boyet disagrees.
I think I disagree too because I thought it was on the move. Every time the ball is picked up and then the foul is called, once the ball is picked up and then he shoots the basketball or you gather na tinatawag, no? Especially if it's a 1-2 step, it's the same thing on that turnaround to the baseline by Caballero.
Joe Ramos, Commissioner Emerson Oreta, and Zaldi Lubin, head of operations. Whatever call is made after this review, one team will not be happy. Yeah,
There you go. Yeah, I agree. I agree with the call.
Well, forget what I said. San Juan just mapping out a play. Franchise owner of Biñan, Sajid Añanuevo. Caballero has come alive in the fourth. Did not score in the third. Now he has 19 points. Could add on to that with his free throw. But it's short. 4-point lead, 61-57. Past the halfway point of the fourth. Patrick Sleet can't convert.
Foul on Sleet.
That's his fifth.
He wanted to get the ball back after the miss.
So Sleet is done for the night. Will finish with 6 points. So they go a little bit bigger, putting in Mike Kalisaan. JJ Pido to Pamboy Raimundo. Caballero crossing the timeline. Alarcon ang nakabantay sa kanya. Nick gets into the paint, fades away, short. Nauuna si James Quecote. He will lay it in off that nice assist from Raylan Torres.
Raylan Torres always had his eyes up. And Quecote leaking out with an easy two.
Raimundo against Wamar. 61-59 Biñan. JJ Pido drives baseline, kicks it out, open three. Pamboy on target from downtown.
Excellent patience that time by Biñan. Off the Spain action, the initial one. Triple switch by San Juan, which was well defended. And then the baseline drive by Pido to find the open man at the top of the key. What a big-time shot by Pamboy.
Alarcon momentarily hesitated and he misses the free. Caballero back to Raimundo.
Well, this could be a basket timeout situation if it's not a stop for San Juan.
Roca Curva launches. Tapos. Bumagsak. Si JJ Pido ulit. Penalty ng San Juan. So JJ Pido will shoot 2 free throws. Fast Break the Game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
As a role player, it doesn't matter how much minutes you have or even the impact you're making. At times, it's the timing of it. And JJ Pido, 2 impactful plays. What a time to come. The assist after the drive for that big-time shot by Pamboy. And here, on the loose ball, was clearly involved, was fouled, hits the first free throw.
4 points for JJ Pido. Make that 5, making this a 7-point ball game.
JJ Pido, the task defender right now on Harold Alarcon.
Wamar to Raylan Torres. Quecote, 7 on the shot clock. Torres has to create. Now he fires a free off the back iron. Rebound Nick Caballero. Raimundo onto the front court. Under 3 minutes left in the fourth period. Raimundo, no whistle. Mabulak, short stab. Tapik.
That's off the foot of Roca Curva. They're going to challenge it. I'm not sure if they're going to win this challenge.
Coach Boyet at the last second.
Yeah, and that's because of the assistant coach na si Gino Manansala. Nakita niya kaagad eh. Sa kanyang phone or maybe tablet.
Ang bilis eh, no?
Oo. Yan talaga ang role ni Coach Gino dyan.
Kalisaan finally scores off the glass and in.
This is a good timeout by Biñan. Even though they're still up by 2 possessions, they understand the value of each possession at this point. Nonetheless, a good play, the connection between Wamar and Kalisaan, the kiss off the glass.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Boss Ruel Condo, Captain Hook, Macmac Cardona. Mike Calisaan with a double-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Carlo Lastimosa in street clothes today. Ken Pangilinan po kasama si Coach Christian Luanzon and Gianna Llanes. A great game to cap off this week, ravaged by the typhoon. And ang ating mga kaliga getting a treat. Two teams at the top of their game going at it. Biñan protecting a 5-point lead.
Nice press break by San Juan. And San Juan trying to rush or disrupt itong opensa ng Biñan of a timeout. Still a lot of time to execute something.
5 seconds left. Mabulak. Fouled. Last line of defense doon si James Kwekutey.
Well, that's the beauty of having a Mike Mabulak. One of the best in the league, in my opinion, in that short roll situation. Along with Kimani Lani of Caloocan, but Mike Mabulak, a more experienced player, obviously. At that time, because of his ability to shoot the basketball, he's able to dribble the basketball and fish for a foul as he knocks down the first free throw.
Mike Mabulak rather. Just 39% from the line this season, hitting a big one. 2 for 2. 68-61. His wife, Mori Mabulak.
Okay. Good. I was gonna say Mrs. Mabulak.
Yes. Andyan din yung kanilang anak si Kael, who went to Korea. And became part of that team there. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Wamar getting fouled. He'll head to the line for his own version of 2 free throws. A lot of time left. San Juan, especially if Wamar could hit both, could pull to within 5.
You could just sense the way this game has been officiated from the tip. At this point, the last 2 minutes, you could sense that it's leading to a free throw shooting contest with both teams over the limit at this point. And you can expect San Juan with another press. They might change it up a little bit. Last 2 possessions have been 2-2-1. Let's see if they can go full court man-to-man.
Wow, couple of misses from Wamar. And this remains a 3-possession ball game. But still a lot of time left on the game clock.
When was the last time you saw Wamar miss 2 free throws? Almost never. That's an offensive foul. Sold by Orlan Wamar. Definitely a moving screen.
Steal of the game brought to you by the Extreme Boom 3 waterproof speaker. Unstoppable sound, ultimate power. This was the long 2-pointer from Terence Fortea earlier. San Juan will use a timeout. We'll be back after this short break. 2 weeks from now, in Polomolok we go. September 5, South Cotabato po tayo. First game, 5 p.m. Quezon Huskers versus the Jensen Warriors. And then the Caloocan Batang Kakalu will clash with the Biñan Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle Tire Mega Wagi. Biñan seeking a statement win against one of the North Division's elite, the San Juan Knights. Up by 7. San Juan basketball with a minute and 41 left in the fourth.
I expect Orland Wamar to get the basketball back. Maybe get a screen away.
They also put in AC Soberano. Alarcon creates, sets up Mike Calisaan. And it's his turn to get tested at the line.
Nice driving and drop off by Harold Alarcon, but a better foul by Roca Corva. Not willing, obviously, to give up the three-point play. Making Calisaan earn it from the strike.
Calisaan 11 points. 1 out of 1 from the line tonight.
That's why it's called home court advantage.
3 big misses from the free throw line from San Juan. Calisaan 6 in the second. 68-62. Biñan basketball. 1 minute and 33 left. Roca Curva to Mike Mabulak. JJ Pido against AC Soberano. Back to Pamboy. 8 on their shot clock. Caballero momentarily free. Off to the right. Mabulak can't track it down. Bola babalik sa San Juan.
Napalakas yung kanyang tapik, no? Had the right idea to tap the basketball to the open spot and chase after it. Napalakas na.
Alarcon pulls up from free. Straight but short. Oh, a foul against Biñan. They are also in penalty. So San Juan gets a break.
They do. I mean, I know San Juan is desperate for a basket, but that was a quick shot, I thought, by Harold Alarcon.
Calisaan ulit. He split his charities earlier. Puts in the first. Still a lot of time left in regulation. 66 seconds. 2 for 2 this time for Mike. 68-64. San Juan applying pressure. Mike Calisaan last line on defense. Roca Curva retreats.
Smart decision.
They will burn some time off the clock.
They're looking for Nick on that high-low. AC Soberano doing a good job pushing him out.
Roca Curva inside, blocked. San Juan, Quecote on the deck, jump ball, possession arrow pointing to San Juan.
What a defensive stand by San Juan. First of all, forcing Biñan to use too much clock. As much as you want to use time and score because it's on your side, you still want to get a shot off. Not to the point that you're going to end up with a desperate shot, which they did. You got to appreciate the defensive stand, especially by Quecote with the block and the rebound.
Wamar, they have to go quick. San Juan down by 2 possessions. Pass deflected. Raimundo with a huge stop. Wamar fouls JJ Pido. That's been a story. Orlan Wamar, 5 turnovers in this game.
story of the game. 5 turnovers for Wamar. 2 of 5 for 4 points. But on that specific play, I'm gonna lean more towards on the read by Pamboy Raimundo. He read that very well, knowing that we're anticipating that Orlan Wamar was going for the jump pass.
Di pa tapos to mintis yung free throw ni JJ Pido. 27.7 seconds left is still a lot of time.
Timeout situation. San Juan still has 1. Biñan 2 as San Juan will use up their last one.
Coach Alex Angeles will try to map out a play for a quick basket. San Juan 17-2. Their only couple of losses coming against one against Quezon will be sticking in. Let's listen in.
James, screen. And then we go stagger dito. Baka mag-switch yan ha. Slip ka na yung pangalawa ha. Okay, so one more. Iangat-angat mo ng konti sa may block. Okay, back pick. Wag, hindi nyo na kailangan talaga tamaan. Just goes. Then screen. Then if this happens, switch. Eto Kap. Kung wala, pakita lang dito MC. Tapos, we go zoom. Take it right away. 3. Kailangan natin. Ha? Oo, sige. Pero kung may box frame, pag-ibay kay Kalisaan ng mga konti. Okay, sige na. Okay? Switch. At least pinakamaganda siya maka-receive. Oo. Pinahin nyo, pwede kayo mag-switch ha. Pag nag-slip, sa'yo yan ha. So dito kayo. Get your man. Nandito na si MB.
Teka lang ha, pag may kumat, huwag nyo muna switch sa akin ha.
Kunin nyo muna.
Nakuha natin. Ako na tayo mag-dribble.
Do.
San Juan, no more timeouts. 27.7 seconds left. Down by 5 points. 69-64.
If you're Biñan, if you're gonna give up a score, you better make sure that it is hard-earned.
Kalisaan, kapos. And that could be the ball game. .4 seconds left. San Juan, their only losses this season came against Quezon and Rizal. Soberano gives up the foul on JJ Pido.
Foul on number 6.
How about Biñan? After coming up short against Abra, losses against Quezon, Batangas City, and needing a statement win. JJ Pido sablay, so this will remain a 2-possession game, make or a miss.
And he hears it from Coach Boyet. I've always been intrigued by the relationship of these two people, JJ Pido and Coach Boyet. It's really a love and hate relationship, but really more of a trust, because he trusts JJ Pido to be in these type of situations, although Pido misses 2 free throws Alarcon with a Hail Mary 3. Wala.
Air ball, and Biñan will get the win. JJ Pido will lay it up and in. And Biñan will secure an important victory against San Juan. San Juan will drop down to 17-3, just their 3rd loss of the season. On the other hand, Biñan with an inside track of that #1 spot in the South. They got tested tonight, Coach Chris, but they came away huge here in the 4th quarter.
Execution was the name of the game for them. Also their decision-making, I thought, because they took control of the game the last 3 minutes. Nararamdaman mo na yung panalo dahil alam mo, maganda yung lamang mo. They protected that lead. And at times, instead of going for home run plays, you choose to be smart, which they did. They used some time wisely, did not throw the ball away, which is very important. But there can only be one guy, obviously, since we have the best player, and it's no one else but Nick Caballero.
Best player of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. And Nick standing by at courtside with Gianna.
Congratulations to our best player of the game, Nick Caballero. Nick, during the player matchup interview, binanggit mo na gusto nyo nga makabawi sa inyong home crowd. So gaano kasarap sa feeling na nagawa nyo yun ngayong gabi?
First of all, thank you Lord for this win. Thank you sa mga teammates ko, sa coaches, lahat na nanonood dito na sumuporta ngayong gabi. Hindi namin makuha yung panalo kundi dahil sa kanila.
Nick, you were scoreless naman nung third quarter, pero during the fourth quarter, parang nabuhay ka ulit. Ano yung nag-click para sa'yo?
Siguro yung kumpiyansa na binibigay sa akin ng teammates ko and coaches. Kasi yun nga, di ko iniisip na rookie ako and ginagawa ko lang role ko for the team.
This is a huge win for your team, kaya I'm sure na maraming proud sa inyo. Pasalamatan mo naman lahat ng sumusuporta ng Biñan Tatak Jelvis.
Thank you sa major sponsor namin, kay Boss Roventa ng Beast Motorcycle Tires, Mega Wagi, sa King of Street Food, kay Boss Said Ano Nuevo, kay Boss Ante Hernandez, kay Mayor Jel Alonte, and kay Boss Monching Talisayon. And also, big shout out din sa mga lahat na nanonood dito and to all MPBL fans, sa family ko dyan sa Cebu, sa family ko dyan sa UST, yung girlfriend ko nandito and yung family niya, of course yung aso ko na andun sa condo ngayon na mag-isa.
Thank you very much and congratulations. That was our best player of the game, Nick Caballero. Our player of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Back to you, Ken and Coach Chris.
Thank you so much, G. Biñan missing key players in Carlo Lastimosa and Mark Vinges, but others really stepped up for them, Coach Chris.
Yeah, Pamboy Raimundo, honorable mention, 7 points, 8 assists in almost 27 minutes. Had that big-time shot. You really put away the game, top of the key.
Games on Monday, we will be in Orion, Bataan. First game at 3 p.m. Imus versus Quezon City. Mindoro versus Negros in their second game. And the One Bataan Risers will defend their turf. Kalaban ang Zamboanga Sikat. That's gonna do it for coverage tonight from the City of Life, Biñan, Laguna. On behalf of Coach Christian Duanzon, Ms. Gianna Llanes, and our entire crew, ako po si Ken Pangilinan. Maraming salamat sa pagtangkilik at pagsubaybay sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.
MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.